haven't been on TikTok. My daughter actually is on TikTok, and she told me that she sees a lot of Twilight stuff, which is pretty cool. Any film that stands the test of time like that, I think is pretty cool.
But how does it feel? Because your daughters are teenagers, right? How do they feel about people their age crushing on their dad?
Oh, I don't know. I never asked her about that. You know, when Twilight came out, I also had a 15-year-old. I think it was worse for her because, like, I would go to her soccer games and all of a sudden it became like an autograph signing. There'd be like 15, 20, 30, and then 100 people lined up while I'm watching her game. And then after the game, she'd be like, Dad, don't give the autographs to them. We lost to them. So I feel really bad.
Yeah, but deprive them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Vinny, you also write and direct, and your thriller, The Vanished, hit the top 10 on the Netflix movie chart. We're going to have a refresh of it here.
Can we go fishing when we get there, Dad?
You and me, we are gone fishing, sweetheart. I'm really glad we're doing this. Some family time. Come on, kitten. It's getting cold out here.
She's not in there. Taylor! Taylor! Where is she?
That our daughter Taylor comes back to us unharmed.
I'm real sorry to hear about your daughter. How old was she?
Why did you say was?
Wow.
Whoa.
It's fantastic. How intense is the pressure when you're responsible for every aspect of a film?
You know, it's a lot of responsibility, but it's really rewarding at the same time. I get to work with so many different departments, the actors, the camera department, the makeup department, you know, so the editing. I mean, every frame, you're sitting there in an editing room and you're picking out each frame and every sound. And so the movie really falls on me. If you don't like it, it's all my fault because I also wrote it. But people seem to be enjoying it, and it did well on Netflix. It was top 10 on Apple too when it first came out. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. It's kind of a cool thriller. It's every parent's worst nightmare. This couple's daughter goes missing on an RV vacation, and then it's kind of a whodunit. You know, you get to sit there and play detective and figure out who took the kid along with the parents.
Wow. You also appear in another thriller called The Ravine. Now, are you drawn to this genre, or is there a comedy some stage in your future?
No, I mean, I've done all different kinds of genres. I was on a show called Nurse Jackie for a while. That was kind of a dramedy. One of my first films was Can't Hardly Wait, which was a comedy. Mm-hmm. You know, I tend to go back and forth, and it just happened that there was a couple of thrillers in a row that I did back to back. This was one of them, and The Vanished was another. But I have a movie coming out called 13 Minutes, and that's more of a drama. And then, I kind of mix it up all the time.
What's 13 Minutes about?
13 Minutes is a movie about, it's about a twister, you know, a tornado that comes through town and in 13 minutes causes complete destruction on this little town. So you're following like 4 different families and how this devastation of this storm affects all these people. So it's a real human story. It's not like that movie Twister, you know, where the cows are flying around and it's more of a grounded film where you really get to explore the human emotions of this tragedy that happens in this town, and then the human nature of people coming together to help others.
Oh, wow. Peter, can I ask you, you've built such a successful career in the public eye. Is it true that you learned hypnotherapy to overcome your shyness?
I did. When I was in high school, I was very shy. I never did a play in high school because I was too shy to do a play. And then when I went to college, I was studying theater, and I felt very, intimidated getting up in front of people. So hypnotherapy actually helped me overcome that shyness. And so did acting in a lot of ways, where when you embody another character, you kind of submerge yourself into that role, and then I could kind of disappear. And then if I was somebody else, I could do anything, you know?
Yeah.
So over the years, being able to be all these different characters helped me come out of my shell. But just recently during quarantine, I actually learned how to do hypnotherapy, and I got certified in it. So I could actually make myself tapes and work with people that I know and friends and family.
I'm a big believer in hypnotherapy for those sort of things. It really does the job. Peter, it's been so good talking to you. We're going to look out for The Vanished and the new one, 13 Minutes.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Take care. Love to your family.